Hi there, you welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm going to show you guys how to pleat on a fleece skirt, and this video is going to be very detailed, so you might just want to watch it to the end. Guys, if you've not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe, and also don't forget to turn on the notification so you'll be the first to know once a new video goes up. So let's get to the workstation, guys. So our fabric is already folded. This is how I folded the fabric. Like, you're going to fold it in a triangle form. You hold this end and fold it to form like a triangle. So I'm going to hold the ends down with an office pin. This is a freehand skirt. I am not using any pi r method. For those of us who don't like mathematics, I guess this method is going to be very useful and very easy for you guys to follow through. Okay, the waist measurement is 25, and remember, I am going to pleat the skirt. So because I'm going to be pleating the skirt, I will multiply the skirt measurement by 3, and 25 multiplied by 3 is going to give us 75. Now remember, I'm cutting this in fold, and I will be cutting the front part of the skirt before I go over to the back part of the skirt. So I'm going to be dividing this by 4. So 75 by 4 is going to give us 18.75, approximately 18.8. The waist measurement is 18.8, so I'm going to add 5 inch to 18.8, which will give me 23.8. So I'm going to mark at 23.8. So from this point, I'm going to measure 23.8 all the way around without shifting this other end. I'm going to hold it at that end, and I'll keep taking it round until I get the circumference. So you can use a freehand skirt to join the marks that I just made, but if you can't use a freehand skirt, you can use a curved ruler to join the points. I love using my curved ruler to join my points. So if you measure this, it's going to give you exactly 18.8. I remember I didn't add an allowance for the seam, so I'm going to come down by 1 inch. And I'll go ahead and join the points that are marked. I would have just done the calculation all together, okay? But because I really want you guys to understand what I'm doing, that's why I'm taking time to do this step by step. So guys, this should give us an additional 1 inch allowance. So guys, I'll gently cut on the line so that you guys won't be confused when I'm doing the other markings. The full length of the skirt is 25, so I'm going to add an additional 1 inch seam allowance. So guys, from this point, I'm going to measure 26 all the way around to get the circumference. And I'll go ahead and join the points that I marked. So I advise you hold this down with a pin while working on it. So I'll go ahead and cut on the line that I just marked. So guys, this is the front part of our skirt. Coming to the center, I'm going to give a notch. This will help us know where the center of the skirt falls. So for the back part of the skirt, I am going to fold it just the same way I folded the front part of the skirt. And I'll be placing the zipper by the side of the skirt, so the front of the skirt and the back of the skirt will be just the same size. So guys, I'll gently cut off the areas that I don't need for this project. I'm also going to cut the hemline just the way I cut the waistline. So coming over to the side, I'm going to cut off the excess because we don't need that area. So I'm going to pleat the front side of the skirt before I go over to the back. Remember, we gave a notch at the center, so I'm going to use a chalk and draw a straight line at that midpoint. So guys, I'm going to quickly take off the pins and spread it out on the table. Now when it comes to pleats, it depends on how big or small you want your pleats to be. For this project, I will be making my pleats 1.5. I want it that big, so I'm going to be making it 1.5. So from this midpoint line that I drew, I'm going to measure 3 inches, and I'm going to get the midpoint of 3 inches, which is 1.5 inch. I'm also going to give a mark at 1.5 inch. So guys, I hope you can see the 1.5 mark that I made. I'm going to hold that 1.5 mark and fold. I'm going to fold in such a way that this point will touch the previous line that I drew. So what you have at the waistline should also flow with the hemline. Now that I have this, I'm going to hold it down with a pin. Then again, from this point, I'm going to measure 3 inch, and I'm also going to get the midpoint of 3 inch, which is 1.5 inch. Now I'm going to hold the 1.5 inch mark and fold. I'll fold it in such a way that the other mark is going to touch the previous fold that I made. I hope you guys are following what I'm doing. I don't know the best way to explain this. Once you watch what I'm doing, you're going to follow through, okay? Now once you fold the waistline, you're going to adjust it at the hemline so it will flow. I'm also going to go ahead and hold it down with a pin. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this off camera. So one side of the skirt has already been completed. So guys, let's measure to see if we got the first part of the skirt. Remember, the waist measurement is 25, and 25 by 4 will give us 6.3, and from this midpoint I'm going to measure 6.3. So this is where our 6.3 mark falls. So you can see we still have an additional allowance for the seam. Then coming over to the other side of the skirt, from this line that we drew, I'm going to mark on 3 inch, and I'm going to get the midpoint of 3 inch, which is 1.5. Now guys, the folding pattern will change. I'm going to hold the point where I marked the 3 inch, and I'm going to fold it to meet the initial line. Once I'm done with that, I'll hold it down with a pin. So what I'm going to do here is, from this point to here is 1.5. This is where the pleat ended, and from that 1.5 I'm going to measure 3 inch, and I'll get the midpoint of 3 inch for the next fold. Now I'm going to hold the 3 inch mark and fold to meet the initial mark. Like, I hope this makes sense to you guys. Once I've done that, I'm also going to hold it down with a pin. I'm also going to repeat what I just did. I'm going to measure 1.5, and I'll mark 1.5, and from that point I marked, I'm going to measure 3 inch, and I'll get the midpoint of 3 inch, which is 1.5. I'll just continue to pleat like that until we get to the end of the skirt. Like, you guys should just follow this step by step, and you're going to get exactly what I'm getting in this video. So I just completed this off camera. Remember, the waist measurement is 25, and 25 by 2 is 12.5. So I'm going to measure to see if we got this right. So this is like 14.5. Remember, 1 inch is going to go off from this side of the skirt, and 1 inch is going to go off from the other side of the skirt. So the next step for this project is to iron to hold the pleats in place. I'm going to use a damp material to iron this, okay? I advise you use a damp material. You put it in water, like a cotton material, put it in water, and then squeeze out excess water. Then with a very hot iron, press it down to hold it in place. Then when it comes to ironing, I'm going to iron in batch. So I'm going to continue this way until I have successfully pressed down all of the pleats. So this is what our pleats looks like. I'm going to go ahead and do the same to the other part of the skirt. So we have the 2 sides of the skirt pressed. Don't mind the fact that this is rumpled, okay? I didn't complete this project in a day. Coming over to the waistline, I'm going to put a band at the waistline. Now it depends on how bold you want your band to be. For this project, I would like the band to be 2 inch bold. So we're going to cut this according to the waist measurement. Our waist measurement is 25. 25 by 2 will give you 12.5. I'm going to add 2 inch to 12.5 for the side seam allowance. Remember, the extra 2 inch allowance I added will be for the side seam, 1 inch on this side and 1 inch on the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and cut on the line. I'm going to cut this into 4 places. I had to press in a gum stair or a woven fusible interface, whatever you call it. You can decide to use a gum stair or the woven fusible interface to work on this project, but I love to work with the woven fusible interface when it comes to this kind of bands. So I use an ash woven fusible interface for this project. Sorry I didn't film the part where I pressed this on the fabric, but all you need is just a hot iron. I'm going to go over to the machine and join this to the skirt. So guys, this is what it looks like. I already joined the front and the back. I'm going to go ahead and join the sides. Remember I said the zipper is going to be by the side of the skirt. So once I'm done joining the other side of the skirt, I will fix the zipper on the other side of the skirt. So I'm going to be fixing a skirt zipper here, and these are the 2 colors of zipper I got. I couldn't get exactly this color of zipper. This one is an ash color, but it is lighter than the skirt. And this other zipper is an invincible zip and it is black. So I think I'm going to be using the black invincible zip because it's not going to show on the skirt. Okay, I might not show you guys the process of attaching a zipper to a dress, but I'm going to do a video on that, like an in-depth video on how to fix different kinds of zippers. Let me know in the comment section if you would like me to do that, and I will sure do that for you guys. So guys, I'm also going to fold the hem. So guys, this is what the waist of our skirt looks like. I'm going to open up the zipper. Now remember, we cut this into 4 places. I'm going to put a facing here. This is the same measurement with the waistband. For the records, I didn't put a cloth gum on the facing, but you can actually go ahead and put a cloth gum on the facing. It's not bad, but I just didn't put a cloth gum on the facing. I'll place the right side of the band against the right side of the facing, and I'll go over to the machine and join it on a 1/2 inch mark. So I've joined the facing to the waist, to the band of the skirt. So this is what it looks like. I'm going to go over to the machine and top stitch. I'm going to run a stitch on this line. So at this juncture, you can actually fold this in if you like, but I'm going to be fixing a line into this. This is just a straight lining, and what I did to the lining is the waist measurement by 2. The waist measurement is 25, and I multiplied 25 by 2, which is 50. So 25 by multiplied by 2 is 50. I gave few inch extra for the seam. Now from this end of the skirt, I'm going to start pleating the lining on the facing that I attached to the main band. Now there is no hard and fast rule on how to fix this. Okay, I'm just going to randomly pleat the lining on the facing until I'm done. So I'm going to continue like this, and when I'm done, I'll go over to the machine and join the lining to the facing. So guys, this is what we have. So if you close this zip part, this is where it ends. So we're supposed to tuck in the excess. Now from the edge here, I'm going to fold this backwards. I'll go over to the machine and run a stitch on the side of the skirts. And I'll do the same thing on the other side of the skirts. So guys, this is what we have. I'm going to go ahead and tack the waist to hold it in place before I iron it finally. So guys, this is the final result of our project. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and if you've not subscribed already, please go ahead and subscribe. Until next time, stay blessed. My name is Ruby, and I'll catch you guys in my next one. Bye.